Hello and welcome to Prime Sports with me, Razak Musbau. And in just about 15 hours from now, the 2022 Total Energies African Nations Championship will kick off in Algeria with 18 nations battling out to win the coveted trophy. Ghana did qualify for the tournament, and after 60 years absence, with hopes of replicating their previous praiseworthy performance in the tournament in Algeria. The tournament will be live on Joy Prime, and we have a few bit of information that we think you ought to know before the kick-off tomorrow. We're going to start with the countries that will be participating in this tournament, and we have 18 nations that will be participating in the tournament. And you can see from Group A, you have Algeria, the host nation, will be participating in it. Libya will be in it also. Ethiopia, Mozambique, DR Congo will be there in Group B alongside Uganda. Cote d'Ivoire, they were making a return to the tournament after missing out in previous occasions. Senegal are also in there, and Group C, I'll come to Group C a bit, but let me go to Group D because Mali are also in there, Angola, Mauritania, also in there, Cameroon, Congo, and Niger. But in Group C, it's interesting because Morocco, who are the defending champions, are out. They've withdrawn from the tournament because of issues they have against with Algeria. I'll bring you some very interesting information relative to that. Sudan is in there with Madagascar and Ghana making a return after missing out in 3 previous editions. Now, guess what? Ghana is in there. Ghana will be in this. We'll be starting the tournament on Sunday when they take on Sudan over there. But just trying to get you the Ghana team squad there, and you can see that Ghana 25-man team over there. They will be playing their 25-man team squad. You have the likes of Dalad Ibrahim of Kumasi Asante Kotoko in there, and you also have quite a number of exciting players there. The likes of Efri Ebania had a stint with the Black Stars, so you're expecting him to bring his experience to bear in that local Black Star side. You also have the likes of Glatton Awako, a very experienced player who has played on the African continent before, has won the CAF Champions League before, having massive experience. And of course, he's also the captain of the side. So you have a wide range of players who have been paraded to come and help Ghana secure the title for the very first time. If you want to talk about Ghana's record in the tournament, when in 2009, the first time the tournament was hosted all the way in Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana made it all the way to the finals, but lost in the finals to DR Congo. And guess what? 2014, we made it to the finals again, but we lost to Libya on penalties, and that clearly was a very hard down. Maxwell Kunedu was the coach of the side, and he has been speaking. We'll bring you that. Now, Ghana will take on Sudan on Sunday. Sudan is a very interesting side. That is where former coach Kwesi Appiah, former coach of the Black Stars, Kwesi Appiah once coached. The likes of Akatuna are in there. Even Kumasi Asante Kotoko's left back, he's traveled there. So Sudan is a very exciting league. They have an exciting league and even spend huge sums of money to attract Ghanaian players there. So Sudan is going to be an interesting test for Ghana. You have Madagascar. Madagascar haven't exactly been a very fanciful side when it comes to club football, so you expect Ghana to be able to get something over them. Ghana will take on Sudan on Sunday, then on Thursday, they will take on Madagascar. Now, the big test for Ghana was against Morocco, but at the moment, Morocco is in a bit, they have announced officially that they have withdrawn from the tournament. And I mentioned to you that I'm going to bring you information related to why they've withdrawn. My colleague Gary Al Smith has been speaking to my colleague Nathaniel Aton earlier on Sports Today. He's been explaining why Morocco have withdrawn from the tournament. And when we come back, we'll tell you a bit more about the most successful teams in the tournament.
Algeria, the host nation, and Morocco are neighbors, but they are not very friendly neighbors. They've had, like many brothers, they have their own brotherly issues that have spilled over into football and politics in the recent years. Essentially, they do not agree on certain issues, and it has to be said, Nathaniel, that it has to do with certain parcels of land. Now, students of geography and history will know about the Polisario Fronts, essentially a breakaway group that are fighting for independence for the Western Sahara, which is technically part of Morocco. Algeria supports this group and Morocco don't like it. Also, is the fact that Morocco supports a group that wants to break away from Algeria's Kabylie region. And apparently, Algeria are accusing Morocco and Israel of funding this group to try and break away. So these are issues that are very heavy in their tone and in what has happened. The last time they had a spat over this, Morocco and Algeria, was in August 2021. Since then, Algeria has closed off the airspace to Morocco, and that is what we are seeing today. Algeria are saying that they are not going to lift the ban on on opening the airspace to Morocco for this tournament. And Morocco says, well, even though we are defending champions, if you don't open the airspace to us, then we won't come.
Well, that takes a lot away from this CHAN tournament, doesn't it?
It does, it does. I mean, everybody wants their defending champions to be there, especially when the defending champion is the country that is the only one that has been to the final, the semi-final of the World Cup in Africa's history. So it's a big loss, I think.
Definitely is a big loss. But which countries are actually the most successful teams in this tournament? And you talk about DR Congo, who beat Ghana in 2009 to win the trophy for the very first time. Tunisia in 2011, and when Tunisia won it in 2011, Ghana exited in the group stages under the leadership of Herbert Adome over there. In Libya also won in 2014, and they beat Ghana on penalties to win it in 2014. DR Congo came back again, won it in 2016, and Morocco, currently the reigning champion, they've won it back-to-back, won in 2018 and won it in 2020. That's why it's such a big deal that Morocco are not, getting to participate in the tournament this time round. But this is of course, talking about Ghana's record in the tournament. Milovan Rajevac took the team 2009, made it all the way to the finals and lost to DR Congo. Herbert Addo, that's the man, Sudan 2011, and made it to the finals. And yes, actually exited in the group stages. Maxwell Kunedu, this man who made it to the final in 2014. And this was the last time Ghana ever participated in the tournament. We missed out in 2016, missed out in 2018, and missed out in 2020. And thankfully, we are back in the tournament in 2022. This is Ghana's squad. Goalkeepers, Dalnad Ibrahim of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, William Eso of Great Olympics, and Stephen Kweku is in there. For defenders, you have Augustin Randolph, you have Augustin Ejapon, Dennis Korsa, Benjamin Abeidu, Konedi Yadon Henry, and Sukujo Adai, Sharif Mohammed Suleiman, Adomako there, Razak Kasim, David Abagana Sandam, RTU, and RT Dominic Insobila, Gladson Awako, Sylvester Simba, making the midfielders for Ghana. For wingers, you have Jonah Atukwe, you have Bright J, you have Evans Osei Owusu, and you have Kwame Otu in the Ghana squad. Strikers, Kwesi Appiah, the man who secured a move to Switzerland side, he is also in the team, and Razak Yusuf is in there. Kofi Koji, the man with Legon Cities, is there, and of course, Augustin Boachi is also in there. This is the team that will be leading Ghana in the tournament. The man, Anu Walker, is the head coach, and he's also the head coach for Samatex FC, the local side. And this man, the one who won the Ghana Premier League for Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Dr. Prosper Nate Ogum, he is an assistant coach, and Bismarck Kobi Mensah is also an assistant coach, and he's the head coach for Karela United. And that's the team that Ghana will be taking to the tournament. When will Ghana be playing? Sunday, 15th of January. Ghana will take on Madagascar, and on Thursday, we'll take on Sudan. This game is unclear whether it will come up because as at this moment, Morocco have pulled out of the tournament. Meanwhile, former coach of the Black Galaxy, Maxwell Kunedu, who led the team to the 2014 final, he has appealed to CAF to intervene in the issue involving Morocco and Algeria to ensure that the defending champions do participate in the tournament.
I think it's not the best of decisions that they took. I mean, to withdraw totally from the competition. I mean, we all know how or what the North Africans bring on board when it comes to these tournaments. And we from the West side, when we are meeting the North, I mean, it becomes a very tough encounter. So any tournament that you see the North Africans and the West Africans meeting, it brings a lot of events. And here we are, the defending champions are pulling out. I know definitely that it goes beyond football. Yeah. If indeed CAF have agreed for them to, withdraw totally, then it's not good for the tournament. I think CAF should do whatever it can to at least talk to them and bring them back on board, because they are one of the reasons why the tournament becomes very rich.
To my colleague Nathan Alato, and the full interview will be aired tomorrow on Sports Today at 2 p.m. here on the Joy News channel. And away from that, former coach of the Black Stars, Kwesi Appiah, says he is open to a return to the senior national team following the exit of Otoado. Having been in charge of 20 games as head coach of the national team between 2017 and 2019, Appiah was relieved of his post in January 2020. However, the 62-year-old says he's ready for a third stint with the Black Stars. He's been speaking to my colleague Muftau Nabila.
Me, I always keep saying, once you are a coach, you are always a coach. If I sit here today and say, okay, I've resigned from coaching, then I'm not coaching I will not be coaching any team again. Once I've not come out and still coach, it's a matter of, do Ghanaians think that what I did before, or looking at the track records, they think they can get something out of me? Or I also think, okay, if given a chance, I can also bring something on board. And if they think it will help the nation in future, then so be it.
If the FA opens up for coaches to apply for the Black Stars coaching job, will you apply? Is that what it means?
As I said, it depends. It depends on how they put it out there. If I think it's enticing, then automatically.
But you only know the offer is enticing if you get to the point where you have been interviewed. That okay, we have $50,000 as a salary, and that's when you will know. But if you don't apply, how would you know whether the job is enticing or not? Or will you apply?
It depends. It depends, actually.
Coach just want to answer that question.
Oh, you see, that question is broad, and is.
But will you apply for the Black Stars coaching job? Yes, no.
Oh, if they put it out there, maybe.
Coach, yes, no. I want a yes or no answer. Will you apply for a Black Stars coaching job? Yes, no.
Oh, if they put it out there, I'll apply.
You will apply. If you have to suggest to the FA, how many years should be good enough for a coach to build?
You see, when it comes to the national team, the least the national team coach should get is maybe 4 or 5 years.
So what led to you being very emotional to the extent that you were sharing tears? Why? And why in front of your players?
There are some people, when they are so highly tensed, they cry to take away the emotions away.
Was there a point that Dr. Kofi Amwa, who was the organization committee chairman, spoke to you about bringing back Suleiman Mutai to the team?
No, he suggested that. But as I said, once I have my team, nobody can change the team.
Did he have conversations with you in terms of renewing your contract?
He was thinking of reducing my salary. And I said, look, you can't reduce my salary.
Why did you strip Asamoah Gyan off the Black Stars captaincy?
No, because I thought he's captained the team for 8 years.
But will you apply for the Black Stars coaching job? Yes, no.
Oh, if they put it out there, I'll apply.
Interesting there. Well, there's action in the English Premier League, and Chelsea versus Fulham. It's currently 1-0 against Chelsea, despite João Felix starting for Chelsea. Graham Potter clearly in hot waters there. But there's more stories on myjoyonline.com, and you can see there. So you see Asamoah Gyan still talking about his experience and the transfers that he missed. Could see, said he turned down transferred to play at AFCON 2008. Manchester City he was due to go, but he turned down that opportunity just so he can play at AFCON 2008. A very, very memorable AFCON it was that was hosted in Ghana. And of course, Chan, why Morocco pulled out of their title defense. Purely political issues there. You want to talk about Morocco and Algeria engaged in a very interesting political tussle there. And of course, also, there's conversation about filling the GPL centers because in recent time, fans are shying away from the stadium, and it's generated quite a lot of conversation. And the Ministry of Youth and Sports themselves have added their voice to it and calling upon fans to patronize the local game. There are some fans who have bemoaned the quality of play, the quality of the pitches, and even officiating as part of the reason why they are not turning up to the stadium. But you can also share your thought on why you're not making to the stadium. So there's so many stories there. You can check Infantino speaking ahead of CHAN 2022, which kicks off tomorrow. And remember, it will be live on it will be live on Joy Prime. But there's more stories on myjoyonline.com. And of course, follow us on all our social media handles. My name is Razak Musbau, and thank you so much for being a part of this.